really? Standing over the dock's like, do you have any men? Wait, I'm driving. Raymond, you're Jamie here. I don't know if you can.
Hey guys, welcome to the Let Me Call You Back podcast. This comedy podcast features Declan Brooks, my brother, and an aspiring stand-up comedian on our weekly phone calls. We talk daily happenings of life, ludicrous news, and comical interactions with others while out and about in the world. Please enjoy.
Hello, Adomas.
Hello, buddy.
I am here with Adomas Wareikis again. Do I say it right? Do I say it differently every time?
Adomas Wareikis.
Wareikis.
That's all right. You can't worry about it.
Yeah. No, because my name is Declan. You know, many people get that name wrong. A guy called me Declan multiple times yesterday.
A girl asked me if I was South African on Hinge earlier.
I could see that. Man, I have been watching some videos. I've been home. It was the holidays. I've been home like nonstop. It's fucking crazy. I got back into my comedy career again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I took a hiatus. I was talking to Raymond about this. I just was not into doing comedy for about 3 weeks. I did it once while I was home in between 2 weeks that I just really didn't go out at all.
Yeah.
And man, sometimes you gotta take that break.
I took a month off in September.
Yeah.
And then I had to take an involuntary month off fundamentally after I got a DUI.
Yeah, there you go. Was that the month or were you?
I literally was back in doing comedy for a week and then got the DUI. Unrelated to comedy.
Jesus.
I was like, I'm gonna take a little month-long break. I just moved here. I've been living here for a year, since August, and I was just like, all right, I need to take a little bit of a break because I'm just getting burned out, and like summer mics are rough.
Yeah.
And August,
pushing through it.
Yeah, and then so it's like I'll take a month off. I'll write more. Didn't really write more. Just took a huge month.
Just took a month off.
Took a month,
which is
off.
healthy.
Kind of. Yeah.
I did a little bit of like breaking it up after, because I'm at like a year and a half now.
Yeah.
And
that was just me living here for a year. I'm at a year in October. I hit a year in October.
Yeah. So I'm like at a year and a half of doing this, and like I've had to take a couple where like it's just a break. You just need a break sometimes from this shit. Going out and performing for people every night, especially when you don't feel like you're
Feeling
performing.
like shit.
Especially when you don't feel like you're actually performing for anybody.
Dying a little every
Instead, you feel like
night.
you held people hostage. You're like, everybody fucking listen for a second.
I'm not locked in. You're not locked in here with me. I'm locked in here with you.
Yeah. I'll put my finger gun down and I'm gonna not finger bang anybody. I'm just gonna tell my jokes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been fucking. I just got over my busiest season at work, and I'm just like,
I bet, dude. It's like working in retail during Christmas. You're in the same level. I knew what I was going to ask you about on the way here, just because you're a mailman.
I don't know where your packages is.
No, not that. A lot of my shit showed up. My boots showed up earlier than I was expecting. Actually, right. What's the best come up that any mailman's ever made? And like, do they tell stories of the mailman that like pulled off the heist that retired them? Like, you got any good stories about mailmen doing it all, winning it all?
What? Oh,
an inspiring mailman story.
Well, there was that one story where that whole like post office group bought a lottery ticket together and they hit. And then it was like 35 people.
Yeah,
and they all had to split. It was a fucking nightmare because they all started suing each other over it.
Yeah, how many people killed each other in that situation?
I don't fucking know.
Lotteries
I think it was like in Indiana.
Lotteries are filthy situations. I was listening to an episode of a pod that was talking about all of like the top 10 worst lottery turnaround situations, and like, dude, the stories of how these people died and how like the way they went out and the way they got like it started with the Waffle House employee that got tipped the lottery ticket and won the lottery.
Oh shit, that one's yeah.
And the person that tipped her the lottery ticket sued her, and all the other waitresses at Waffle House sued her. She was like, nah, bitch, fuck you, I'm keeping this money.
Yeah.
I ain't splitting this with nobody.
Fuck yeah. Correct.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy how people go out. People will die on it. There is no such thing as splitting the money.
No, but when you get drafted, no one wants to suddenly share anymore.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I'm slightly an advocate of bring back the draft.
Dude, I am too, just because it would keep motherfuckers in line.
No,
seriously, think about that.
not even that. It used to be we had a very democratic military in a sense. Like Have you ever heard of fragging? You know what fragging is?
Yeah, it's when you toss a grenade into a crowd of people and run away, right?
Well, it used to refer to fragging.
Sorry.
Fragging in Vietnam referred to killing your officer.
Yeah.
They would throw a fucking grenade in the officer's tent and fucking blow him up
That's
as like a form of protest. They would fucking kill. Oh yeah, Vietnam had the massive draft dodgers. Like that's what made that fucking issue partially so hard.
Yeah.
Is that
people
there
would
were
fight it.
yeah, and that's why there were so many people, and it's a lot harder to justify a military like that, and now we rely on a line of. There was an article that came out I think in Vox years ago where it's there are just there are soldier families, anyone you pretty much know that served in the military, their parents served in the military, and their family, their parents before them.
Or there's an energy to want to serve in the military. I wanted to serve in the military. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My family was in the military. I wanted to join the military.
My grandfather was career.
Yeah. Both my relatives that were in the military were drafted. I don't think anybody felt a call to duty in my family. I don't think my dad felt a call to duty. He was running numbers in North Philly. Yeah. I don't think he was
it's
yo man, we gotta go fight. We gotta go fight these other fucking countries.
There's a crazy perception about this though. Everyone always associates Vietnam as the draft dodger war, but more people dodged the draft in World War II than dodged the draft in Vietnam.
Yeah,
and
proportionately, obviously, one that would make sense too. Why wouldn't you dodge the draft at that point in Vietnam? You're why the fuck would I go to? Why would I just forcefully go to war? At that point, people were so high all the time.
I've argued that this is part of my
devil's advocate.
My thing. So most people don't know the draft. Eventually the draft became a lottery system, and it would your birthday would come up, and anyone born on that day drafted.
Yeah.
That's what they had to do to make it equitable.
Dude, my birthday is a very iconic war date, June 29th.
Okay.
Isn't that, I forget what war, is it the War of Tripoli?
I have no fucking idea.
I forgot.
I have no fucking idea. I know the World War I and II ones, and that's Victory in Europe Day, VJ days.
I feel like I see a lot of June 29ths out there.
I don't
know. You got one for me?
No, but before they did the draft, before they used to do the draft that way with the lottery system.
Yeah.
Before that, they used
to... It was alphabetically, right?
No, they used to have draft boards in local towns. And what they would do is pick pretty much all the local African Americans and any lower class bums and send them to Vietnam.
Yeah, so remember, you ever seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes.
Potter was sitting there picking people. He was the person running the town in the 20s and 30s. Yeah. He was fucking picking people and putting them on the board. Remember, he was Bailey, I'll put him on there, and he sends them to war. It's
World War II, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's how it was done. It's crazy. It's class warfare.
It's finest.
I have a book over here called "Endless Holocaust," and they argue that that was an affront on the poverty in poor regions. My friend Kimberly's dad was from Kensington. There's no fucking hesitation. They sent that guy straight over there. Yeah,
I believe it.
Anyone from first generation immigrant families, almost every the percentage of African Americans who served in Vietnam is insane.
My grandfather and his brother were both first generation Italians.
I would say they were both African American.
No, pretty much if you're Italian, that's what we always said, right?
Yeah,
if you're Italian, you're 2%.
Do you know what the Italian N-word is? It's just the N-word because any Italian would be pissed off to be mistaken for black.
Man, so it's crazy when you think about how families come to the New World and everything. My grandfather, his father came here when he was 24. He died of the cold in 1928. My grandfather was 4 years old when he came here, or when he was either born here or came here. I always forget it. And they just survived and started working as children.
Yeah.
That's just insane to think. Yeah. The way things were done back in those times are just ridiculous. It's so funny to think about that. And then they're just who's going to go fight the war? Probably the Italians, the Irish, the blacks, the Jews, anybody lower class in our metropolitan areas and inner cities.
And then they switch over to the birthday system. That's when they started getting all those WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
And that's also when it fucked up. Like that's when they had to put the warfare department. That's where Saving Private Ryan came in. That's when they put the warfare department.
That's not a real policy. That movie's like a myth.
I know.
That's, like, that movie is such.
They had to make that up to give white Irish people hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that movie was such fucking propaganda.
Like, no. Send all your sons to war. We're gonna. If one of them dies, we're gonna pull 3 of them.
Steven Spielberg is Satan. I don't. Fuck him. I can't.
Spielberg, dude.
He wants to fuck. He
E.T.
wants to fuck his mom. He made that scrotum monster E.T. I fucking hate E.T. My mom loves
Now it's hard
E.T.
not to hate that shit. When we were kids, I loved that shit.
No, it was pretty easy to hate it then. I hated E.T. I don't like Gremlins. Gremlins scared the shit. I used to have nightmares about Gremlins forever.
Oh my god! I just realized this. Adomas has a gun rug on his couch, and he's a little scaredy bitch.
Yeah. Dude, Gremlins terrified me as a kid. I mean, my mom's like, but they're all cute. They're singing. He's an executive producer on Gremlins. He's not the director, but
They're all pieces of shit, Adomas. I believe you. I agree.
I know, man.
But most actors, like not actors, directors, I feel like in Hollywood have had some type of heinous criminal act accused of them.
I know.
over the
Name a
past.
director, I can tell you.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like Scorsese. You know, like
Actually, he's one of the only ones.
I think he's the one actually that doesn't.
I think he's got like abuse allegations against him by. It's either him or Lynch.
Like young blonde women. Like
No,
okay, that makes sense.
Isabella
It's like-
Isabella Rossellini, who later starred in Blue Velvet. I think she was married to Martin Scorsese, and I think like he was like horrible to her. Like it was like just fucking.
He was just demeaning to women. That's all. He wasn't trying to like.
I think it'd be called verbal and mental abuse or some shit. I don't fucking know.
So
And then
compare-
I think she then married David Lynch. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's normal compared to the shit like Weinstein is accused of, and then like
Yeah, but that doesn't. You know what I mean? Like 9/11's also a crime, but so is also stabbing someone on the street. You can't.
Exactly.
You can't look
You
at
can't
things.
differentiate
You can't. No,
between
you can't look
crime.
at things comparatively.
yeah, absolutely.
Because when you
It's frame of reference.
Yeah, it's like it's fine. It's like, but like this is still a crime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like you can't.
Yeah, yeah, I know. You can't say one crime's less more justified.
Well, there are. They have degrees. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's still a crime. You know, and then you should be captured and executed.
I'm okay
for
with
it.
some light tossing around. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, God.
Bitch gets out of line. You got to get in her head.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
But you're not allowed to do Weinstein acts. That's what we're getting at.
He wasn't married to any of those women. Those-
I was.
he had a very beautiful wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is just fucking hideous.
I know he's got crumb.
He had a fucked up dick.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing. That's so weird. It's like, what was your plan once you got these bitches naked? You're like, all right, I'm gonna hit him with a tube. I'm gonna hit him with my tubes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if you got to, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. I feel like most serial killers, you probably know the answer to this. Like the ones that, this is the one thing we never got to the bottom of. We've talked about like serial killers and all this. Like, has there really ever been like the hideous, sexually motivated loser with a small dick that just kills people?
Well,
Like, has that really ever been like? Because the
I think
serial
if you
killer
went to
we talked
jail-
about has been like it's all been talked about as like most of it being like manufactured belief in like that serial killers aren't real.
Programmed to kill. Yeah. Well, the one thing they don't.
Is there any
ever-
story of like, oh yeah, dude, this guy had like a 3-inch dick and he was mean as hell?
BTK.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Yeah, Dennis Rader, I believe, was like he had like a fucked
But
up.
did he have any like? I never asked about that. Was Dennis Rader like was he does he
He was
fall
a
into
cop.
Does he fall into PTK?
Yeah, because he was a cop.
Okay.
That,
Yeah,
they
law
were, that he
enforcement.
was just a domestic terrorist that they knew full. Like they probably knew to some extent of him, and they just didn't.
People use. I used to.
It's the functionality of like how police work that like he could get away with. Like it's by design
told you I used to sell home security. People always used to bring him up to me.
because he was a cop,
No, because he also worked for ADT.
which is
Home
oh yeah,
security.
yeah.
That was a part of when he
Well,
worked
he was
for
like
ADT.
he retired.
You know how he went through paces?
Yeah.
Before he was a police officer, he worked for ADT as an installation technician, and he was
Oh.
breaking into people's homes.
Oh, okay.
And that was like the early older women he was like binding and torturing and everything
Yeah.
was while he was an ADT installation technician.
So he could scope out homes and then
And he would disable security systems, and he would go into houses.
yeah.
So guys would bring that up to me when I've been like, "You ever hear that BTK killer?" They're like, "Yeah," and I'd be like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you ever hear he was an AD?" The first time I heard that was from a person in their house, and I looked it up after I left, and I I was like, was that guy gonna fucking kill me just now? Like,
I mean,
was he asking if I was a killer so he could be like, okay, cool, great, because I'm gonna fucking kill you right now.
Yes.
That's too much of a body to carry down the steps, dude. I would be a ham.
Well, you don't shit where you eat. That's why you gotta fucking figure out where you're gonna. It's like, hey, would you like to see my Beanie Babies collection in the basement? And you're like,
dude, I just pray for
Sure.
anybody that wants to murder me, because, like, dude, I'm a body.
I don't think that will stop.
That's
anyone.
That's a couple people, man. It's just a comment on the room. We're in Adomas's house, in his basement apartment. We are watching restoration videos of fine vintage art.
Yeah, painting restorations, Bumgarner restoration on YouTube.
I like to give it the epitaph.
Yeah,
the lead in.
it's a nice little vibe. We just got back from an open mic.
Yeah, there's a gun rug on the couch.
Yeah,
Where'd you get this gun rug from?
So for Christmas, my friend Kimberly, who was a guest on my podcast, American Guilt, she got me a Christmas gift. She got me a really nice shirt with Lana Del Rey with her boobs out, pretty much.
Yeah, I like that shirt.
That shirt's sick. I got a
People be liking that shirt.
I got a lighter, and I got
nice lighter.
Yeah, and she got me this book.
Zippo style.
I'll come back to the book. She got me this book, which is very expensive, and I'll tell you about it in a second. And then she got me a rug from Afghanistan. There are these Afghan prayer rugs that this guy makes.
That's a prayer rug?
That's a prayer rug.
With guns on it? This is why people think terrorists are real. What are you talking about?
This is a commemorative rug for the war in Afghanistan. They have like a bunch of different. It's this guy. His name is Service Cheetah on Twitter and Instagram, and he sells rugs like through like PayPal, and also he sells the shoes that the Taliban wears. You can get some fucking some kicks.
Oh, and so what does
for
that mean?
$120.
Second insures the first.
I think that might have been a type because it's not that. I have to look into it, but it's so the rug itself has a what is that, an M16, right? An M16 and an AK-47 cross with second insures the first on top. It's just sick. I fucking love it. She got it like on a deal. But like
you ever watch those videos on the internet of people making rugs?
Yes,
dude. Can you picture a guy making this rug? He's like, people are gonna love this shit.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna hang that on the wall for my bedroom. I'm trying to get like a nice vibe going.
I like it. I do.
The next two things I'm investing in, well, I kept joking with Kimberly. She's like, your Christmas gift is coming. You're not gonna believe it. It's crazy. I'm so excited to give it to you, but it has to come from Europe. And I was like, okay, what could that be? And like I was already like looking at buying a rug. Like the dangerous thing about buying gifts for me is that I am always like an impulse buy away from buying something like this.
You're like, how did you know I was so deeply involved in looking into something like this already?
Well, the guy makes these really like sick. The guy has all.
Had you been talking about this to her? How the fuck?
Yeah,
did she know?
I send people insane shit all the time.
Yeah.
And like these rugs are so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of them like have like he has ones right now that are like they have like silk weaved in and like they say opium in the corner and it's like these really nice. They're just beautiful looking opium. The one for like 9/11, one for the Ukrainian Russian war. Like they have all. He's got hundreds of them.
I went to lay under it and then I just picked it up and I realized it's a very thick rug.
It is a prayer rug. Yeah, like it's meant for like it's like a
Would people normally buy this and pray on it?
No,
it's just an ornamental rug.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hang it on the wall.
Very cool.
Yeah. No, it's sick. And so
this book here.
Yeah.
When you say expensive, is expensive?
This is an insanely rare book.
That's what
if you get on Amazon right now and look up.
Can
this
I take
book,
a guess? $750.
I haven't even looked in a second. So the book I got is called The Yankee and Cowboy War by Carl Oglesby. It's subtitled Conspiracies from Dallas to Watergate. And if I last checked, you can't buy it. They don't put it in print anymore because this is such a great book. And that's how hard it's been. Like, if you get on Amazon, normally you can't buy a copy of it.
This is like PCK, how it's hard to get PCK, right?
No, Program to Kill is really easy to get.
I thought you said it was hard to get a paper print of it.
No, I can't remember. I have a bunch of books that are really hard to get now, but if I go on Amazon, Yankee Cowboy War, paperback $175, hardcover $125, that exact version. Yeah.
I should have guessed $750 was nobody else guessed.
I have like a $200 book somewhere around here as well. Whatever. I can't keep going. I can't go through my books.
People are gonna rob you. Like, I got like $5,000.
I've got some really nice. I've got a couple books. I've got a couple.
But that's what a library is meant to be.
Kimberly gets insanely lucky and finds books for like that are like $200, $300 books. you can't find them anywhere, like weird CIA books or whatever. And she finds them for like $10 in a fucking store somewhere. But she found this on eBay. No image disclosed. No nothing. She's like, it's a full on gamble. Fucking beautiful copy.
The only thing that covers that situation is that eBay is so thorough about their rules and everything that like if they fuck you, their account gets fucked, and it really becomes hard for them to.
Yeah, just probably some old person selling this book. It came from San Francisco, so
It looks like an old copy.
Yeah, thank you. The San Francisco Public Library. So, but it doesn't have the library tags on it, so it's probably like a donated book to them, and they sold it. So,
because they're like, this is worth some money.
No, I mean, she paid $10.
Fucking what?
Yeah.
How does she find that?
She looked it up. She found it on eBay. She got really lucky. Like, I've talked about this book. Yankee Cowboy War is like a formative book for understanding parapolitics and the deep state. It is insane.
I've heard of it before.
It connects the JFK assassination to Watergate in like this really like clear way. Like I've also just started reading it, but I've read enough on it, and I've read samples from it, and but yeah, they used to use this to teach in college. And like, you can't get a copy of it fucking anywhere. It's been put out of print entirely, like by direct effort. Like, it's just the absence of it is enough to damn it. So it's like, yeah, it's nuts.
Insane.
I can't fucking believe she got it. I've been slowly reading it. I started reading it the other day. It's crazy.
So I'm gonna recap a little bit from.
Oh yeah, how was your Christmas?
Exactly, because I think about where I left off.
You were in Reno. Did you talk about Reno?
Yeah, we've talked about Reno and everything. Actually, where me and Raymond left off, we were talking and putting it out an episode right before Christmas. It was came home, landed in Philadelphia, tried to get bread on Friday at Sarcone's. They were like, good fucking try.
Mm-hmm.
Come back here at 7:30 in the morning to get bread if you'd like to. All right, so I got a line of people at 7 o'clock in the morning for bread on the 23rd. I got bread. I picked up some other shit that I ordered. Mussels. I picked up a bunch of fucking mussels. I got 10 pounds of mussels for Christmas.
Yes.
All right. My dad was hooking it up. They flew home from Michigan. They came to see my son's first Christmas. I bought a Christmas tree. I bought 10 pounds of mussels, and I bought bread on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Brought the Christmas tree home, let it fall outside, got the mussels home, started prepping, and I'm finally moved into the house, moved in.
Yes, your new
livable,
place,
tables up, you know. You could barely tell we just moved into this place. And no, it was cleaned up enough to have the family over and everything. Everything came together, decorations went up, it was all going good. Family came over. It's my first time ever hosting Christmas. I've always wanted to host Christmas. My family's Italian. We do the 7-fish dinner. This year, because it was a little impromptu, we actually didn't hit 7. I think we only did 6 fish, but I did my fucking damnedest. We got the 10 pounds of mussels. We got a couple pounds of shrimp. Made stuffed mushrooms with crabs. What else did we have? I fried fish that I actually caught myself.
Yes.
So I fried tog. I fried flounder. My mom brought smelt.
Okay.
I feel like there was one more motherfucking fish in there. What was it? Yeah, meatballs. Yeah, no. No, there were meatballs there. Buffalo chicken dip. I'm trying to think. I might not have had any more fish there, but you know what? I did have a lot of fucking mussels, dude.
I was about to say, yeah, you told me about the mussels.
My ankles
like,
definitely hurt. I was ripping through pasta, ripping through all that seafood and everything.
Yeah,
lots of good food. Christmas Day, we had the Eagles game. Did
they win? I forget. No, they lost on Christmas. Yeah, because I went out that night and I was like, "This is fucked."
Yeah, dude. Annoying. Dude, it's annoying
it was
watching
bleak,
the Eagles
yeah.
right now.
The Eagles have only lost to like the shittiest teams in the league, right? The Jets, the Cardinals, whoever they lost to on Christmas.
I think it was the Cardinals, wasn't it?
No, that was the other day. That was this Sunday.
Yeah, it was. Cardinals. Seahawks?
I think it might have been, yeah.
No. They lost to Seahawks when I was in Reno. That was the week before.
They haven't lost to no. Didn't they win on Christmas? Didn't they win against the Giants? Yeah,
that's what it was. They won.
They won.
We shouldn't talk football on here. This doesn't work.
I don't fucking watch football.
Exactly. I barely watched. Dude, I was whipping up a storm, dude. I made deviled eggs.
I love deviled eggs.
Dude, I took pride in these deviled eggs. I fried. I was going to fry some, but I held myself back. I boiled 18 eggs. I piped them myself.
Yeah.
Used QP mayo. That's the key right there.
Mm.
You ever use it?
No.
Korean mayo?
No, I just make them the normal way with a lot of paprika. That's the bigger point that people forget.
Do you have that though? You ever use that?
I've never used it, but I know of it.
Pretty good. It's the little vinegary taste to it.
You
Makes
know,
everything pretty
when I was
good.
in Athens, when I was in college, a local radio DJ would have
His own mayonnaise.
a yearly Christmas party, and they paid a chef one year to make a bunch of foods designed to be around deviled eggs, like the style of like you had like pickles with little like purees in them, like all sorts of weird shit.
Things that looked like
and it's at a
deviled
party
eggs.
where like everyone's on. Yes, everything looked like deviled eggs.
Oh my god!
It was delicious. It was Alex
Little meatballs with mashed potatoes on top.
Yeah,
Oh my
all
god!
sorts of shit. I don't
That's
know.
my dream, Adam.
Yeah, lots of finger foods, lots of pickles, lots of. And I just remember like because everyone was on drugs, like everyone shows up at this party, everyone's doing acid and mushrooms, everyone or just weird shit. Like they're like, "Hey, I'm drinking ether. You want some?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good."
We did some absinthe.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of like
Ether.
it was a bunch of older like there weren't college students. It's like 45. It's townies, but like
Ether makes me think of
they're townies in the sense of that they were college dropouts who burned out and stayed there, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like which I was also, but yeah, it was.
What'd you do for Christmas?
I went to my grandmother's and just kind of hung out.
Did you go? You went home though you went to Ohio for a little bit.
I went to Ohio for a week because I had hit my 1 year at the post office, which I think we talked about the last time I was. No, I was about to go the last time I was on.
Yeah, we were talking about how you were.
Yeah,
planning
it was
to go
fun.
there.
I just hung out. I hung out with
You
my.
hit the 1 year at the post office. You were like, "That's it. I gotta go back to Ohio."
No, they make you take a week of mandatory leave, so I hadn't seen my family in like a year. So
Oh wow, they make you take off.
yeah, they make you
That's
for
so
1
people.
year.
That's so you don't go fucking crazy.
I hope not. But so and then they cash out like all your PTO and everything. So I got a huge PTO cash out.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, which kind of sucks though because now I can't take off work.
Exactly.
It was like fuckers. And
It's a cool bonus momentarily until you realize the.
Well, I had a couple extra days more than 5, so it was like sick. This is gonna be fucking
yeah.
nice paycheck. And then they
So a
fucked
week-
up my paycheck and then didn't fucking pay me for a week and then they didn't pay me. God, I got
Are
this.
you square now?
I got this promotion. And I've just been getting fucked left and right on it. I can't talk more on it because I'll get in trouble if they somehow decide to become 555. Let me call you back, listeners. But
Yeah, right. There's
I
just
gotta-
one mailman listening. There has to be a mailman listening
I
somewhere.
gotta be careful. I've a couple of them asked. They know I do podcasting. A couple of the play people at the new office I work at know I do stand up, and I was like, oh god. Like a
I have
guy
to
he's like
keep
oh, you've done helium. I was like, yeah. I was like, he's like, what the fucking open mic? I was like, how do you fucking know the difference between those things? That's when I say,
up.
yeah, I've done helium. Which
You don't
actually,
know shit, bud.
hey, listen, I've been on a showcase there now because I had the nightcap.
Yeah, how'd that go? We talked about that.
That went really well. I had a great fucking set, and no one was there that I knew, and so I didn't get any recording of it. I was like fucking killed. I had such a good set that night. I was like, God damn it,
Fuckers.
yeah. I had put it on. I had put it on my Hinge profile. I'm like, you can come see me November 30th at fucking. And girls came, and I was like, what the fuck? That's not supposed to happen. So I was like, this is goofy.
New way to promote comedy. Dating apps.
Well, now it's still on there, and every girl's like, "This already passed." I'm like, "Is that all you?
off.
Like, is this all you got?" Like,
I'm riding the glow that I was at a comedy
yeah.
show.
I was like, "Shut up." What
Let
the
me
fuck?
have it.
Oh yeah, when did you fucking do helium? Which whatever. I don't want to get
Yeah,
big head
right.
about it, but
Hold on. You're asking a girl on a dating app, when'd you fucking do helium? She's like, I didn't. I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know why I'm on them because all I do is just like fucking hate myself, and I'm like, why
Oh, dating apps
the people
are
on
poison,
dating
dude.
apps? I'm just like, why are you here?
Dude, it's either actual real people or absolute dredges of people. That's the two. It's
no,
the two sides
it
of the
just
coin.
sucks. I don't even know. I think
There's like a couple
everyone-
real people that have like hope that go on dating apps. Are like, you know what? Like, I can't talk to people comfortably. I'm gonna go up there and meet some people, and we're gonna date and blah blah blah. This and that. There's those people. Those are the people that like have the settings or the premiums. So like, people that just want to send them their
Filter-
dicks
well,
can't
by the
catch
way,
you.
Hinge.
Because the rest of it is
filters
just people
by
sending
race.
dicks.
You can filter by race on Hinge.
Can you?
You can filter by race, religion, drug usage,
feel like you could do
alcohol,
that on other
cigarettes.
You could do that. You do that shit on other stuff. I was on the dating apps.
Plenty of Fish was the one I knew a girl used, and I was like,
yeah, Plenty of
that's
Fish.
why
You
I'm like,
filter that shit.
Plenty of Fish is for heroin addicts.
Yeah, but you find a pretty good. I'm kidding.
Like I was like, why are you on?
Find
there?
good snacks on there.
It's wild to see a girl using a dating app while you're laying in her bed with her.
Yeah, that's fucking sad.
No, I'm good. I'm like, oh yeah, that you do that. Good luck. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I
it's-
shouldn't have done this.
That's an insult. She's like, well, on to the next fish.
Yeah, I wasn't on those.
There's
apps.
apparently
I
plenty
would-
of them.
I would just stumble ass backwards into situations, and I'm just like, cool. So yeah,
Holidays were good.
yeah, Christmas was fine. What'd you do for New Year's?
Oh, I sat in my living room, made a steak on the grill,
Yeah,
grilled, had a fire in the yard.
you had those smashed potato things. What
I
the hell was
fucking
it?
made they were the fuck were they? Twice baked potatoes.
Yeah, and then what was like the squat, like the mash thing? That was
Oh, those were tog cakes. They were fish cakes.
Oh, okay.
I thought you would appreciate them being of your Lithuanian and pasty white descent. I figured you might like fish cakes.
I'm actually pretty Native American, little known fact,
You've told me that before.
which is hilarious. I'm gonna repivot instead of being an Eastern European comic. I'm gonna be a Native American comic.
You should have just said that when you got pulled over. Your DUI with your DUI, like, sir, you're drunk. You're like, I'm fucking Native American. You fucking cocksucker.
You don't understand.
Oh,
No.
these
yeah.
white men are scaring me. I'm a Native American. You just hit the accent.
So for my New Year, I went out to the show at Gaul for the Philly Comedy Fest, and that was fine. Whatever. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Who gives a shit? And then Ty Wood and I went into the city to meet up with some comics who were in Old City. And Old City, if you're looking right out over the water, over the river, the Schuylkill,
Squiggle.
you can see the fireworks.
Yeah.
So I was at Glory Bar where they do the show, and I left and sat on a railing and like watched the fireworks. I was feeling great. I was like feeling very euphoric and like I actually was like just like kind
It's a
of.
beautiful place to watch
I was
fireworks.
just having like a beautiful moment, just enjoying it. Like people were just yelling at everyone, "Happy New Year, Happy New Year!" Bob.
Kiss any dudes?
No.
Nice.
Does your mother know you kissed any dudes? No. No. Oh, damn it. You got me. Classic. No. And so I'm just sitting there, and then I go back into the bar, and I realize I don't have my wallet.
No.
Yeah.
How long had you been missing it, you think?
I think not even 5. I think it fell out of my pocket while I was on the railing.
Into
And
the river?
no, just like into a little stairwell for a parking place. Like I was like, what the fuck? And it had to be in like the 5 minutes I walked away. And so I was like freaking out. And then I was like, all right, there's literally nothing I can do. Someone probably found it immediately and picked it up. Like they would have just pulled everything out. There's a hundo sitting in there. I have like 4 credit cards and a bank card and my ID.
Canceled it all immediately.
My
on
ID and my
yours?
so I was going to do that, and I was like, well, I'm gonna wait. If anyone spends anything, I have all my alerts on to like immediately know if money is spent at any
You
business.
didn't go and look for it?
I was gonna fucking call a business and be like, hey, whoever person you have there, like fucking keep them. Like I want I'm gonna get my fucking wallet back if someone stole it. But also I was like, so if you find a wallet, you're supposed to put it in the blue mailboxes, like for outgoing mail. You can throw any wallet in those, like especially if it has your ID in it.
Little known mailman facts with Adams.
Yeah, we get, and like a bunch of people didn't know this, and I'm like, no,
I didn't know that at fucking all.
We get like
That makes sense.
I get at least 1 or 2 a day at work.
Interesting.
Yeah, people.
Then what's your duty at that point?
We just put it in an envelope and mail it to you.
Get the fuck out of here! No way.
Yeah.
Mailmen are fucking cool. All right, give me another fact. What do we? What
No, that's
what
it.
else can you put in the blue
So
box?
I was-
Can I put
so-
my hand in there, or somebody's gonna jerk
Well,
me off?
there's actually, by the way, you can put anything that can have postage put on it can be mailed.
Yeah.
You can mail like flip flops, bananas, all sorts of stuff. People do it all the times.
Just straight up.
Like pranksters, yeah. But anyway, so I thought I lost. I was like, I'm gonna be very zen. I was like, I'm gonna take a moment to just take this in. I'm like, if someone spends anything, I'll be able to find it that way. It's probably been put in the mailbox. But Monday is a holiday. It's Monday morning, well, Monday night into Monday morning. So I'm not gonna find out till Tuesday if someone even happens to find it, post office wise, or like a government official. And then I was like hanging out on Monday. I was just vibing, chilling. I watched 2 movies last night, and like, but whatever. I went to bed in the middle of the day, and then I woke up, and my aunt was in the house, and she's like down here doing laundry. She's like, "Oh, hey, Adomas, are you busy right now?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to sleep." And she's like, "Well, someone dropped off your wallet earlier, like some tiny Chinese lady just put your wallet in the mailbox and left a note. She didn't want a reward or anything." And I was like, "What?"
Get the fuck.
I'm like, "Why'd you
outta
not come down here hour? Like when?" She's like, "Oh, like, like 5 or 6
here. Why'd
hours."
you just yell?
I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck?" I was like, because I was just like, I'm gonna have to wait a couple days. I didn't go out last.
Money in there?
I didn't go out. Yeah, everything was in there. I didn't go out on
You can
Monday.
only pray things go that well.
I
sometimes.
didn't go out on Monday night because I was just so bummed out. Like I was sitting there on New Year's, like at Andrew Di Pasquale's bar, old bar, sitting there like just drinking gin and tonics, just being
You're
like,
just listening to old Peanuts.
I don't have
music,
that.
like,
Everyone's hooking me up and helping me out because I'm broke because I don't have money right now, and it all worked out.
That's fucking. That's.
I was rewarded by the universe by starting as low as I possibly could, feeling the greatest I could for 15 minutes watching the fireworks, and then immediately.
That's how the karma. That's how the karmatic God works.
Well, I'm
dude.
like, I gotta go to court like the next couple of weeks. I'm like, I need all my shit. Like,
yeah,
I was like,
they want to
I'm-
put shit sideways for a couple
I am
weeks.
so fucked.
Man, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I used to love that little Schuylkill stretch. So I used to work at Rittenhouse Hotel.
Right.
Rittenhouse Hotel overlooks the Schuylkill River.
Yeah.
If you go up high enough. So I had the keys to the roof, and that was one of my shameless things I would abuse every once in a while was, say it was 4th of July, I would sneak Christina up there, up a back freight elevator to the 33rd floor, go on the roof, and we'd watch the fireworks.
Me and some Arab fellers would.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then I gave those guys the codes.
Put thermite charges.
Straight in that building.
Dude, you know about the guy? This is going to be such a total.
Dude, I used to do the most heinous shit up there. I'd smoke weed up on the roof.
That's
I'd,
not
like,
heinous.
I know, in my head.
It's a victimless crime.
I'm saying like eat snacks, hang out up there, play on my phone, play games. I'm saying like shit I shouldn't be doing at work.
Being put on trial at the Hague. because
Shit I
you-
shouldn't do at work, Adam. That's what I'm saying. Like I'd be up there like eating a snack and playing a game.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a New Year's resolution?
No.
Yeah. Last year, Lana Del Rey.
Almost said I was gonna quit smoking weed. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Lana Del Rey, hers last year was being a slut, and she burned it. And I was just like, that is. I don't know if that's a thing you're going to start doing or a thing you're not going to be doing.
So you're gonna start slutting it up?
Yeah, I was like, that rocks. I love that. So.
What's your New Year's resolution?
Fucking.
I think to get not as fat this year would be a good thing for me.
Yeah, I weighed myself the other day. I'm 260.
Yeah, I don't even want it right now. I just feel like if I put some effort into not being fatter this year, we'd be doing good.
I'm going to try and be nicer, I think. Like, I'm just trying. I get so irate so easily, like, internally. And it's just like, I'm going to give myself a fucking heart attack if I keep doing this.
I feel like I'm learning patience with having a son. It's new. It's real. It makes me like
yeah.
kind of get a little more patient, but I also have been like, I will cut a cocksucker's face off.
Yeah, I just get so mad and I get so mean so, like, easily. So, like, internally, I'm just like, I got to be nicer this year. Like, not to others, like, in a sense of, like, I need to actually be nice to them.
Yeah, this
It's
guy's
like,
restoring the fuck out of this pain.
no, I'm not getting distracted. I'm just thinking, yeah.
No, I know. I just
It's so infuriating.
it's fun. It's fun.
9/11.
9/11.
I got a crazy thing.
You were watching 9/11 videos tonight. What's up with that?
I was just watching. Someone like used AI to stabilize footage of 9/11, like to make it not shaky, and it's just insane to fucking watch 9/11.
It's just George Bush down there riding around on a hoverboard,
yeah, man.
blowing the buildings up himself.
He's
He's just like, hell yeah.
I've
He's
been
got a
watching.
bazooka.
I've been watching so much 9/11 footage. I don't know why, but also in the 70s when they were building the towers, I think they just built them. This performer went up there with a high wire, like
Yeah.
and like walked between them for like.
Was he French?
Yes, he was a
Of
French
course.
clown type thing. And he walked on it for like 45 minutes. There's like a fucking there is a Joseph
Video?
Gordon. There's a Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie where he plays.
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy.
the high wire.
Yeah.
The wire.
yeah, and
Man on the wire.
Yeah, Man on the Wire. That is a real fucking story.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, God damn, was security even that lax then? Because they used to just go sneak up to the top of the World Trade Center.
Dude, people still do that shit.
Yeah. Well, no, they
These-
don't
no-
sneak up to the top of the
Not,
World Trade
not the
Center.
world, exactly. I mean, not that one. I'm talking about like people still get pretty fucking high up buildings before someone's like, "Oh, yo, dude, get the fuck down from yo."
Yeah.
I see these videos all the time
Of the
guy-
guys climbing buildings.
Yeah.
Jared Leto did that the other day recently.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with people, man?
I don't know. Tom Cruise climbed one for a movie, which I was like, respect. But like,
No, but like, there's like a kid that does it on, like reels and TikTok all the time, and he always gets stopped, and people are like, "Kid, you got to come down." He's like,
he only gets like one story up.
dude, no, he's fucking up there. He's
Yeah.
like, he's definitely close to like a dangerous situation, and at no point does he ever let them rescue him. He's always like, "Listen, I'm gonna meet you at the top. If you try to help me or open one of these windows, I'm gonna fall. Do
Yeah.
not do that." He's so calm.
Yeah.
Like he has the most like his impossible reasonings, like his skills for like
yeah, and the thing
reasoning
is
with these
those
people is
guys,
ridiculous.
those guys never have chill parents who are like, no, it's fine. Like, we won't sue that building for our idiot son dying. It's
Dude,
like, oh.
these firemen are like sitting there talking to him through a pane. They're like, "We're gonna break the window above you and pull you in." He's like, "Don't do that. I'm gonna fall."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'll be fine. Meet me at the top." They're like, "No."
Yeah. Suck my dick from the back while you're down there.
He's like, "Buddy, listen." He's like, "I'm gonna keep going. Stop distracting me. You're gonna make me fall."
Yeah.
It was making me laugh so hard. I'm like, "You're so calm about this." He's like, "He's fucking mad that you're doing this."
Well,
And
you
you're
gotta
like,
be calm doing that
I'm
shit.
gonna fall, dude. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to be doing this. He's like, "I know, but listen, you gotta chill.
Yeah.
Let me do my thing." And he just keeps doing it, man.
Yeah. Those guys are such pricks, though. You know that guy's just like, goes,
I can't stand their
he's like,
attitude.
all right, baby, time to fight.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. Like,
She's like, oh, what? You climbed only one building a day? You told me you'd climb two.
so, dude, it's just such a
Having the Oscar Pistorius story with this.
with a building climber.
No, Oscar Pistorius. You know who that
I know,
is?
yeah, the guy that killed his girlfriend.
Did you ever see the Nike ad that he did? Do you know about this?
No, I didn't.
Oh God, Oscar
This
Pistorius.
is pre him shooting his girlfriend with the shotgun, right?
Yeah, he shot.
He's
his
the guy with no legs. He was an Olympic runner from South Africa.
double amputee who competed in the regular Olympics. They didn't make him compete in the Paralympics.
Yeah, because he's fast as fuck, boy.
It's fucked up. They put those guys in with the Special Olympics.
You know what's fucked up? No one realized that guy had an advantage. He had super legs.
Yeah, technically, yeah. I was like, okay, but he doesn't have any legs, guys.
I know, but
Do you think
he had super legs.
But
He had
anyways.
no fatigue in calves and feet. You know what I mean? That's a ridiculous thing to think about. The
the spring action of the legs actually, he had like those blades. He had what they're called blades.
yeah.
And Oscar Pistorius was a South African runner who murdered his girlfriend or manslaughtered his girlfriend, maybe,
He claims he was shooting at somebody through a wall on the other side.
of a bathroom.
Yeah. No. Actually, I think he
He
was
shot her in the bathroom.
So no. I think I just said that wrong. What it was is that there was somebody in the apartment that he claimed he was shooting at
Yeah.
that was attempting to rob them or break in and burglarize.
Yeah.
He shot at the person. That person fled, and when he shot through the door, it killed the girl on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
I'm
After
pretty-
they'd just been fighting for several hours.
Yeah, after they've been fighting for 6.5 hours.
She's like, I'll fuck a guy with bigger legs, better
He's like,
blades.
"You fucking wish you had legs, you fucking pussy." Because
Yeah.
they have that like South African,
Oh, I know.
Australian accent.
South African. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "Listen, you gotta fucking go with me."
Oh before he murdered his girlfriend when he was competing in the Olympics, he did an ad campaign for Nike, and it's him like crouched down, ready to do the takeoff, and it literally says, "I am the bullet in the chamber." If anyone ever finds one of those and can give me, I want it printed for my fucking. I'm gonna put it up on my wall. I know that's so morbid. Like, I don't have like a fascination with these things. I'm just like, that's just so fucking crazy.
know.
Like,
It's so on the nose, it's so foreshadowing-esque.
you know who does cameos?
Who?
OJ.
Cameos. What
There's
is
a little thing you pay a certain amount, and they'll
Vim-
do a little personalized video
They
for
were
you.
Vimeos.
Cameo.
Oh,
It's
they
the
are
main,
called Cameo.
It's the main app, and I'm just like, do I get the juice?
How much are his cameos?
I don't know.
Look it up.
I'm pretty sure he does cameos. I don't. You have to be like, you have to have the app and shit.
Oh, you have to have it to look up how much they're
I think so. Yeah.
I've always wondered because they always make fun of Bobby Kelly for
getting his fucking bag. Yeah. Fuck everyone.
No. The thing they make fun of him for is that, hey, it's cool that you're doing that. Why are you only doing it for like $180 a video? Because like there's other people that are the same caliber of comedians that are doing like $500 videos and this and that, blah blah blah. They were like, dude, why are you doing stuff for $150? He dressed up like Cupid and sent a Valentine's video to somebody for like $150.
I can't find it, but
they're like, you're a paid actor, dude.
Oh, I gotta fucking dude. You can go to like a certain places in Vegas and just meet him. He lives in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be crazy. I want to.
Dude, this guy just looks like he's rubbing mayonnaise on everything. A lot of this stuff just looks like
Oh
mayonnaise.
god, no. Well, he's actually taking off layers of paint. Someone restored this painting.
Yeah.
And that's the actual paint that they use to restore it, which naturally will come off with the cleaning adhesive he uses. And then he will restore it with chemicals that can then be replaced.
That's why as he's cleaning it, it's like getting more crackled looking.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But
it looks like he's using mayonnaise to do this.
yeah, it's some sort of like acid concentration.
Yeah, me and Christina got wrapped up in the Murdoch murders.
Oh, yes, the Murdochs. Yes, he is.
So that shit's wild, dude.
Yeah, you've been watching a Netflix series?
Yeah, it just makes me laugh because like they do these docuseries where like they interview the people that were fucked up and like affected by it. So like the whole story.
Well, no, a weird neighbor, and then not in his case. There is no one affected by it who's alive.
Yeah, I know they're all dead.
Yeah.
No, the friend group. Like, so they talk about that girl Mallory Beach, the one that went missing in the river, and they found her like 7 days later.
Okay. I don't know the story that well.
The whole story is...
I know it's some redheaded fuck, which already I'm like psycho.
This guy killed his family.
Like a state senator?
No. He was just a local lawyer and prosecutor for...
He's prosecutor. Okay, yeah.
He was prosecutor. His family was I think like an attorney general or something like that. They were a very well off, very very well known Southern family in Hampton, South Carolina.
Yes.
And what had happened was there was an incident that kind of unraveled the entire family, where the youngest son got into a boating accident that killed a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a reckless boating accident, this and that. There's a whole case and story behind it. They're a well-held member in the member of the town. They're known for covering stuff up and being well-connected in the town.
Yeah. They
pretty much try to cover up the whole thing and kind of change the narrative of what actually happened at the events.
Yeah.
Once this happened, there gets notoriety for this. They become a national story. Their family kind of comes to light. The story actually goes in the right direction, more or less is what kind of happens. Because of this son getting in trouble, like pretty much long story short, this family comes in the day of the crash and tries to swing it that like, oh, this other kid was driving. Our family's boat was being driven by another person, not our son.
Right.
Who was on video earlier in the night drunk saying nobody else is driving my fucking boat, it's my boat.
Yeah.
It's exactly so like that's how the situation goes.
Damn, literally admitting to crime, just in crime. Yeah.
So yeah, like the father immediately, like, it's a crazy situation. Like this family has so many ties in the town to whereas like the girl whose family like is around the girl that died never officially got a call from the town and everything. Like no one ever told her that her daughter was actually dead. She found out by word of mouth and people having to tell her that there was an accident. None of the police officials at the scene never called her. No detectives ever called her.
Jesus.
It's like a crazy situation.
Yeah.
But it became a situation that got brought to light in the FBI, and all this stuff happened to where these things got taken care of in a criminal matter, in a civil matter.
Yeah.
This opened up a like web of situations of criminal mischief and conspiracy in this town caused by this family over like a period of 2017 to 2021 when he killed his family.
Yeah.
There was a housekeeper.
Murdoch the father, not
Yeah,
Murdoch the son
father.
who did the boating accident.
Yeah, there was a housekeeper that had slipped and fell and cracked her head open on the front steps because the dogs tripped her one day.
Mm-hmm.
There was a very close family friend, teenager of one of the eldest sons who was rumored to have a gay relationship with him, who just so happened to be found with a blunt head trauma injury on the side of the road when he ran out of gas one night.
Yeah.
Like crazy things.
Yeah.
People like bodies are getting swept.
Fixing, yeah.
And like this is the whole thing, and this is what makes it dirty. Murdoch was the prosecutor. His brother was a prosecutor. His father was like one of the most senior prosecutors in the county.
Yep.
They're like there's pictures of their families in the courthouses in the town. They're like one of the most popular families in the area.
Right.
So the epitome or whatever the peak of everything that happens here is that this guy apparently was a crazy pill addict.
Yeah.
He had these issues with his family, but not a lot of the things are known because everything was so secretive because of Southern secrets and all that and whatnot.
Yeah.
Most that comes out is his like issues, his infidelities, his drug problems, his money problems because he gets fired from his law firm because they take him up.
He's like, well, there is one thing I love.
Yeah, right. So he even gets fired before all this kind of comes out. But like, long story short, there's like track record and information to get him caught up and where it unravels everything, and he ends up like, no one really knows what happens that night. I have to watch the last episode, so I'm curious how it all ties together.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets found guilty at the end of last year.
Yeah. He fled to here, right?
What?
He fled here to here, right?
Maybe.
If I remember correctly, the Murdoch, the part of that was that like they fled here. He fled here.
He's been in jail for a lot of it, man. He was in jail for most of 2022.
Yeah.
If he got out, his bail was denied many times. He was in trial.
He's
and
obviously
everything.
a flight risk. He committed murder. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was not given any special treatment. The one thing I'm just curious to find out is like what actually happened that night, because the whole situation is his son gets shot in the face with a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
His wife gets shot with a high caliber rifle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is known and on document that they own those specific guns in the house.
Right.
No one ever collected these guns from the house. When they eventually did go to collect guns from the house a month later, there's like there's people watching these people. They're like national figures at this point. There's like YouTubers at their house.
Yeah, constantly being watched.
There's a guy that just so happens to be, he's like, I got a police tip that they were going to do a warrant raid at their house.
Right.
All right. It's the day of the warrant raid.
Mm-hmm.
Hour before, the guy's like, all right, I'm just going to set a drone up over top and see what happens. An hour before they raid this house, one of the brothers comes in and takes like 8 guns, a hunting dog, and some other stuff, leaves with the oldest son, and just none of those guns ever come back to the house. They come in and do a warrant raid, never find any of the weapons that are associated with the crime that, should be there. And that's how that whole situation ends.
Jesus.
The wife was shot like 6 times.
Yeah.
Out by their dog kennels. The son was shot like twice in the entryway of their feeding kennels. It's like a crazy situation. And the husband calls the police like, someone must have killed my family. I've been gone all night. Like, oh my God. He's losing his mind. He's crying. He's freaking out. More probably just because of the shock that he did kill his family.
Maybe. I don't know. There's some program to kill theses on that.
The guy I think he was just in over his head. He was like millions of dollars of misappropriated funds.
No, he was going to jail.
His wife was going to divorce him and everything.
Well, that's a common tactic. What will happen is so when Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd, his wife left him, but they were fully on. Like a lot of cops who like kill people like high profile, they'll divorce and the wife will then retain everything. And then, you know what I mean? So they don't get sued into oblivion, like, and lose everything. It's a very common thing with that.
It's how they stack their wealth in a different place so they can't be taken.
Yeah.
it's a crazy, crazy show. Think about the era of Netflix. It used to be so much better. It's very propagandistic now.
It's always been.
It's much worse though than it used to be.
That's always been.
Well,
buddy.
honestly, it was very it was absent of that until there was Netflix made content.
Kind of.
And then once they,
'Cause a lot of that
once
stuff-
they've made it, it's man.
You remember a lot. There used to be a lot of early stuff on there that like you couldn't see anywhere, because they would show literally anything on Netflix. Like how Amazon Prime has all this weird shit. Like Amazon has some really fucking weird shit on the back end now.
I know.
Because they'll
Apple
publish.
TV.
Apple doesn't really have too much because they won't publish just anything.
But they will just have some weird niche Apple shit.
That's fine though. But I'm talking like the weird like self-published documentaries that I could make
Mm-hmm.
are on like.
Amazon's crazy with that, dude.
Yeah, the UFO stuff is always fucking nuts.
I know. They have so much of it on there.
Like I'm not a fan. I don't fuck with any of that shit. I fucking and like a lot of like the Netflix stuff. Yeah, like the Netflix documentaries are almost the same quality as a lot of like really low fucking budget like Amazon stuff or YouTube stuff.
It's
So-
funny. I feel like they have the same documentarians always making the same documentaries on Netflix anymore because it's like
yeah.
the same lighting, the same pace, the same way they tell the
no.
story.
The production styles are always the fucking same now, and it's like nothing's good. I don't know.
Oh, dude, it's like everything you watch now is an episode of what's the fucking TV show that was on VH1 and MTV? What the hell's it called when you have it's like an ultimatum for a drug addict? Intervention.
Oh, Intervention, yeah.
Everything is told in that like intervention style type thing now. Like
Yeah.
even sports documentaries, it's like the same documentary.
Well, that's because I mean, sports. What was it? Sports are the opposite of formula. Like it's just fuck.
Plug yourself real quick.
Oh yeah, my podcast, American Guilt. I just got a Spotify set up. I'm gonna have it on Apple here soon. We just got a call-in line
Nice.
established. That's on the Instagram page. Go follow
the
the
crazies,
Instagram.
right?
Yeah, call in, leave your questions, comments, whatever. I'll try it, or you can text that number, and I will. If it's a good enough voicemail, it doesn't sound like total dog shit, and your question's clear, I will. I'll include it in.
Try
the
not to chew on your phone when you call them.
Yeah, take the fucking phone out of your. No.
What are you excited most for this year?
God,
To get past the court date?
I want to make sure I don't lose my license.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping to. Philly's Funniest is coming up again. Obviously, as
When
always,
is that?
it starts in like May.
Should I sign up for it?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah, do it.
Let's fucking do it.
I'm gonna do it. I want to win my round this year. I want to fucking move on to the second round. I'm gonna try and get booked. I'm gonna hit up a couple showcases.
Would that mean that you would have to beat me?
Not if someone else does it for me.
How do the rounds work though?
It's you and 10. Like so, there's like the first round. There are like 3 or 4 rounds altogether, but the first round is however many nights of 10 comics each a night. So I think it was 28 nights.
Oh, you
because
have
it was
to
two.
win
It
each
was two.
night.
It was 280. No. It was 280 comics. There were 10 rounds. There was the first round. There were 28 nights of 10 or 11, give or take. And so from that, you should end up with about, 28 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. They take 3 from each one. So actually should end up with 28, 56, 76, 74, something like that. Should just end up with 70 people. Then they do round 2. And that's like 2 weeks worth of competitions of 10. And they take 3 from that. And then the last round is the top from each of those. And then, or 2.
So theoretically, how many people you have to beat in each of your rounds?
Just depends on 10 pretty much every
10
time.
each night. All right.
Yeah. You're going against 10 people each time.
All right. Well, I wish nothing but death to my enemies.
The first round's not the worst because like it's very
There's some turds
you will
mixed in the-
you will see some people you have never fucking seen before in your life.
Weird.
And the first round is based off audience voting. So you get some weird like knockouts that like don't make any sense. Like you're like, how the fuck did like so and so not move on? Like there were a couple comics in it this year that like have featured at Helium and Punchline and like have toured,
What, they don't bring enough friends?
and they just didn't get through the first round. And it's like, what the fuck? Which I'm like, maybe there's a reason for that, motherfucker.
Dude, Christina went to the welfare office today because
Will Ferrell Fest?
welfare office because we have
I thought you said Will Ferrell Fest.
we have food stamps for the baby
yeah,
and everything, and because they fucked something up with her paperwork.
Yeah, you were starting telling me.
I
About
love
this
the post office, but she did a forwarding for us
Oh yeah,
They sent this thing
that's
out
a fucking mess.
on the 19th.
yeah,
It got to it got to media because it was supposed to be distributed for media on the 19th. They waited a week to send it to Chester to send to us. So like it took me a week to get this what scared me there,
I was really scared that it wasn't recording.
right?
I was like, have we just been talking, having a nice conversation?
It took her a week late to get this form.
Yeah.
And so today she needed to turn in the form today by the end of business day. She got the form yesterday in the mail.
Mm.
So we're like, what the fuck? Mailmen? Like, I was mad at the post office for about 10 minutes, and I was like, Adomas works there. It's all right.
No,
I
be
have
mad.
to keep myself from asking my mailman if you know him.
What you? Well, you're in.
Like, I'm in trainer.
Yeah. Well, what's your technical area?
Post Road on
What's your
Marcus Hook.
you're Marcus Huck then? Marcus Hook is its own office.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's not me.
Yeah.
You don't have media and you don't have Chester.
Yeah, I'm close.
Which Chester is Aston, Brookhaven, Wallingford, in Chester. We have multiple offices in one office.
Gotcha.
So people don't want to come work at our office because they think they're going to work in Chester.
Yeah, but it's actually Aston.
You could maybe have you could have a nice. Well, it's okay.
Yeah.
You could have a better day than you think.
Yeah.
Chester's
crazy.
Chester's not that bad.
No, I have to. I literally, because I'm such a goofy fucker, I have to stop myself from going to the mailman and be like, "Do you know Adomas?"
Yeah. No, half of it, they wouldn't even know my first name half the time.
You know Will?
Yeah.
You give a fake name out at work?
No,
Like
everyone knows my. I use my yeah. Oh yeah, I'm using William because I'm just trying to be nice to the. Well, yeah, I want to actually hear my name fucking called. But anyways, Christina was at the welfare office.
Yeah. Fucking dude. She said she's standing. There's just crazy shit going on. There's like kids fighting. The two kids that are fighting each other, the mother separates them, puts them in separate chairs, and goes up to the counter to do something and leaves them there. They both flip each other off individually, and then the one kid goes, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
So then a woman is sitting there watching this, like aghast, like a mouth agape, and her mom comes back. Their mom comes back, and she goes, "Your kid told the other kid to go fuck himself, and then flipped him off." And she goes, "Damn, they said he was doing that at school. I just thought they were lying." so Christina said she was just sitting there trying not to piss herself.
Yeah.
And she said another group of kids. There's two kids, and they're an older guy playing catch with them in the office with a football.
Yeah.
Like having a catch in an office with people with a football. And they said a woman walked in the door and they domed her in the side of the head. She hit the ground and no one helped her.
No survivors. The JFK.
Christina said she was just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened?
It's the JFK movie marathon.
That's ridiculous, dude. I fucking
Come down here, get fucking murked.
dude. It's just that was in Chester as well, by the way.
Yeah, I believe it.
Dude, the Chester government buildings pretty fucking sketchy.
Yeah,
Chester
aren't they
Water.
just like a weird facade on a like a fucking 3-rat.
There's
building?
nobody working in there. There's like one guy in the back running on the wheel.
Yeah, but we have to have the Philadelphia Union Stadium, so
Dupe, man. You got that under the bridge painted real nice.
I guess
They
it
painted
really sucks. You can't get to the waterfront that easy down there. Like
They
it's
started to block it away.
it's all blocked off.
The only place you can go to the
On the other
waterfront.
side of 291, you can't fucking.
Yeah, the only time you can get down to the waterfront now is if you go down to the Chester ramp and walk on the little walkway out in front of there. Other than that, you can't go down to that back grass patchway behind the parking lots anymore. I used to go back there all the time.
Yeah, I'm pissed. Like I fucking love just being near a large source of water. I mean, I'm sure it's disgusting from all the pollution, but
Yeah, I had Chinese food for dinner tonight.
nice.
Dude, this
I
place
want-
be
I want
slapping.
What, the one on Pike?
No, I go to a place in Wilmington.
You went to Will.
Where I live is it's
I know.
technically
It's right there on the
Claymont.
border.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Claymont. So like,
I know
Like,
1 o'clock,
like-
everyone from Delaware empties out and they come into fucking the Delco to get drunk.
Exactly.
Fucking degenerates.
What do you call it? I found this place that's like it's rated 4.6 stars. It's a little hole in the wall. There's like broken floors.
Chinese restaurant rated 4.6. It's like they suck your dick, but it's not that good.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's not as good as the
blowjob.
Chinese food.
Like, dude, it's just like there's like stuff on the in the picture. It's one thing, but below it, the name has been taped over with a different item.
Yeah.
It's like shrimp beef lo mein. It's like just made me laugh and everything. But it's such a good Chinese place. Like, you know how I know they're good, Adomas? They have they have the
Buffet?
No, it's a little Chinese restaurant, like a to go and a couple tables inside.
Yeah.
And it on the wall there's like 14. They must have had a ton of fucking kids.
Yeah.
There's like 14 different like.
Or it's the same kid and you're racist.
I know, right? It's just, and then the same racist assholes were spelling the names wrong every time. So it just looks like there's a ton of different versions of Xiao Dang.
Yeah.
But dude, there's all those little like signs on the wall. It was like smartest kid in my class, like honor roll in middle school, like all those like.
Oh God. Every single one.
Yeah, every single one on the wall. And I was laughing. I'm like, wow, dude, this is a good Chinese restaurant. You know how I know this is a good Chinese restaurant? Because they worked so hard that none of their kids are helping them anymore, and no one came back. Because they were like from 2000. They weren't recent, Adomas. They were from like 2011.
Yeah.
You got any comedy coming up? Any shows coming up?
I'll have Todd's show sometime around Valentine's Day.
Nice.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah. I think I'm doing a 10 for that. We should get Todd on sometime.
Dude, it would be fun to interview Todd. That's not a bad
He
idea.
works at the airport.
What's he do at the
We should get him. We should lose his TSA clearance.
Dude, I would
He's a
interview
baggage
Todd.
handler.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course he's a baggage handler. I love Todd. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
What would we talk to Todd about?
Oh, comedy.
Has he ever been on a podcast before?
Todd told me he did blackface once.
Jesus Christ.
He's
dude.
like 1 year for.
He's like 1 year I was in the Mummers.
No, 1 year. He's like 1 year I was Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
It's Peter Pan.
I know this painting. We're still watching painting cleanings.
Yeah, man. The entire time. Paintings.
It's so satisfying. What else did you want to talk about? What else you got?
I'm trying to think if there was anything else to talk about from today. I turned on my severe autism by getting back into my Nintendo Switch.
Nice. What have you been playing?
MLB The Show 2023.
What the fuck? That's a
I'm a closing pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies.
closeted fucking pitcher.
I fucking I love it because I can like hold the baby or do silly shit
Yeah.
and just take the nunchucks off and just go play. I just put it on the TV and I can just fucking play MLB anywhere in the house. No controller. It's just me. It's just I got the nunchucks.
Dude, you can do that with the PS5. You can do it from your phone.
Yeah.
My phone can fucking connect to that PS5.
Yeah, but
And
hold
I can
on.
play my. I can play my.
I keep this motherfucking thing on me now because
you have your
it fit
Switch literally in your pocket.
in
Nice.
my front pocket. So look, hold on. I'll show you.
I like how you're trying to do a purely physical bit for a podcast right now.
I'm doing a physical bit for purely Adomas. I have the nunchucks from my Nintendo Switch in both hands at the current moment, and I am demonstrating how, the Nintendo Switch is the fat, autistic, single, first-time father's dream controller.
Yeah, let's say you're not even autistic.
Yeah, I know, but I feel retarded.
You can
with
just.
it. I've been playing it like crazy all day, and I'm like, what happened? Why am I stuck playing this thing all day?
Yeah, numbers. You're like, I'm like Brad Pitt in Moneyball.
I know. I'm about to go rob a casino. I can put my hands anywhere with these nunchucks and play instead of having to hold my hands close together like a controller. I can just do whatever I want. I can just be fucking doing this.
Yeah, that's. I like how you again had to pull the Switch out.
I know.
An item that I have mine literally sitting right there. To explain, I can click the things and hold them in my hand. Do you have an OLED?
Huh?
Is that an OLED Switch? Is that a new one?
What do you mean?
No, it's an old one. Okay.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
This episode has absolutely devolved to
unusable bullshit.
No, all this is fine, dude. I wish I had a cooking channel. I would fucking do cooking all day.
Dude, I was saying that to Chris-
More than one ex-girlfriend has been like, "Why'd you not go to culinary school? Why the fuck are you doing this?"
I walked into the living room the other day. I walked into Christina. She worked in banquets and as a banquet server and management in the Valley Forge Casino for years.
Yeah,
And I had just been whipping up food for about 3 days straight between Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the shit I cooked then. I had just been cooking since I got home.
yeah.
And I said to her, I was like, is it ridiculous for me to think that we should have a banquet service at one point? She said, what do you mean, like serving people? I'm like, no, I think that me and you should start catering food, and you do all the business work, and we'll sell catered food. And
My
she's
aunt
like,
does catered stuff. They used to do. My family knows a bunch about it. It's fucking nice.
I would just be catering chicken parm.
We'll have to talk about something off pod then, because I might have an interesting thing for.
Check the baby camera. See, oh, good, he's still in bed.
Uh-huh.
You gotta check sometimes, make sure he hasn't escaped.
I get it.
Or that. Also, what I'm doing is checking to see if she picked him up and if he's in bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I gotta get out of this motherfucker. Man, I don't have any shows coming up other than the Good Karma Comedy Festival coming up February 27th or 28th, I believe.
That sounds like a fucking show. What?
Yeah, I got into. Yeah, it is actually. It's
Yeah.
I got into the Good Karma Comedy Festival. It's apparently a comedy festival between New York. I say apparently because I don't know much about it, but
Did you have to pay?
yeah, it was $25 to get in.
Fuckers.
I know they all do.
That's such a scam.
It's a game now. That's what it is.
No, it's not even now. That every comic bitches about that. It's just such a fucking scam. The only person who fucking runs a festival and doesn't fucking make you charge you to fucking apply is goddamn Skankfest, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And those are some of the most hated fucking people by normal fucking comics.
Mm-hmm. I want to go to Skankfest really bad.
I know. I gotta fuck. I know. I'm nowhere near that fucking funny yet, but
I know. I would love to though.
I'm gonna send an application video in anyways.
I paid $25. I got selected for the Best of the Fest competition. So
For a competition. I'm not trying to shit on this, by the way. That's great. I'm glad you got it.
I don't really know how it's supposed to go. Apparently, like everybody has sets and whatnot, but like you are in the running for like a consideration for like a prize for the Best of the Fest competition. But also people are. It's just like shows each. There's it's between New Jersey, Connecticut, Delaware, New York, and Maryland maybe. They have a couple different locations of shows going on over like a 2 to 3 week span.
Mm-hmm.
Say if you do well at your show, you may or may not be at one of the other shows later in the festival. And you have an opportunity to win some type of prize. I'm not really sure.
That's so scummy. That's just taking.
Yeah, it's weird. It's.
I mean, getting out there and performing, no matter what. It's like honestly,
Yeah.
I would pay $20 to go perform at like a bigger space with like a guaranteed audience.
I'm
don't give a
performing
shit.
on a stage in a theater in Rehoboth Beach.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, it's at the
February.
Clear Space.
February.
Yeah.
I'll have to see what I'm doing that day.
I mean, it's a comedy festival. People are advertising it. There's people going down to see comedy. So
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird stuff been advertised on Facebook.
Rehoboth Beach is a very busy place to go. Too,
Yeah,
so like
I've never been there. Kimberly went like 3 different times recently.
Yeah, I mean, they had shows all over the place. Like they had there's shows in Hanover at Phantom Power.
Yeah.
There's shows. There's places I recognize the venue names. Like I wasn't like totally surprised by it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm a selected artist for the Good Karma Comedy
Oh, that
Festival.
fucking rocks, man.
I got that going on in February. Other than that, book me up for this coming year here.
Yeah, please.
I am. Yeah, book me and Adomas up. We're funny.
Yeah, I'm the Ryan
Fucking
Stone.
funny.
I'm the Ryan Stone Cowboy on Instagram.
Yep.
And
Find him
American,
on Instagram.
and American Guilt just got a podcast Instagram page, and
Yeah, how's that going? The metrics looking good, or have you been getting death threats, or both?
I mean, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
There you go.
I just want American Guilt to be good. We just did an episode with Claire Gill, who's a local comic,
Nice.
on May December, and then the Mary Kay Letourneau story about that lady who fucked her student,
Nice.
and then they later got married.
Oh, you know what I meant to bring up on this episode?
What?
What the fuck's up with that bitch Gypsy Rose getting all this love?
Oh, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yeah.
I mean, she was like not necessarily wrongfully in prison because she did premeditated
murder with her.
but also all of society failed her entirely. So,
Mhm.
like, they absolutely just like
Anything in PTK or any of the readings that you've done about Munchausen syndrome and people that have been driven to those types of circumstances?
not really, but you know who's about to get like parole, an option for parole. Did you watch Mindhunters?
Yes.
Ed Kemper's up for parole.
Big Ed?
Yeah, he's up for parole. Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
He had probably some Munchausen by proxy going on with some of his family.
Yeah.
So
He's an interesting case. He's very creepy. He was feet, right?
I don't know, but his father was military. He talks about him in PTK.
Yeah.
He's like, there's something fucking up. There's something up with a lot of these guys who have military fathers and like have like horribly abusive childhood. Something's going on.
Yeah, I remember Ed Kemper, them specifically documenting the fact of the status of being keen to law enforcement and wanting to involve relationship and friendships, and that's where they kind of like detailed them attempting a friendship with Ed Kemper.
Yep.
That's kind of like where they indicated that trait in a serial killer.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so yeah, that's really
Man, dude, you want to go see Ed Kemper?
Fuck yeah,
Dude,
man.
we should go interview Ed Kemper for your pod.
He's like 80.
Yeah, but he'd probably be a pretty fun hang.
Maybe. He's bigger than you. He's big.
I know. What if he killed both of us?
Okay.
Be a pretty good story.
There's some stuff I gotta do. There's actually some possible like out of office interviews I might be doing.
Out of office interviews with who? Anybody interesting?
Yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, I have some interviews I want to do. I want to start just interviewing the people, the populace, a little bit more than just me and you. Some interesting people, the sandwich makers of the world.
No, let's try being more interesting than me and you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk to somebody that can barely speak English. I have to decipher what they're saying with a sign reader.
I can do that. I barely can speak French.
Oh man, we can find somebody.
Yeah. So
Now I have that coming up. Other than that, Adomas, do you have anything you want to say before we get out of here?
nah, let's get out of here. Enjoy the new year, folks.
Yeah, happy New Year. We'll see you guys next time. You will see just a little bit of a heads up here. Raymond is lost in a jungle. He went on an expedition to the Amazon, and I haven't heard from him in weeks. I'm not sure if he's dead or alive yet.
Him and McAfee.
Him and McAfee. Him and Pat McAfee.
Not Pat McAfee.
No, John McAfee.
Who's dead, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Raymond has gone missing. He is not going to be with us for a little bit. I have been getting brief radio contacts from him, so you will be hearing very brief messages from him, most likely introductions and whatnot. But yeah, Raymond's just taking a little break for a little bit.
All right.
He's gassed on it a little bit, so you're going to be catching me interviewing not only people like Adomas, but a little bit of just different people every week here. So hang tight, stay along for the ride. We're going to have some fun. Let me know if you got any ideas or if you want to hop on and come have a conversation. Happy New Year. This is Declan Brooks with the Let Me Call You Back podcast. This is Adomas Wareikis with us this week. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. We would really appreciate the support. Find us on Instagram at 555 Let Me Call You Back and on Facebook at the Let Me Call You Back podcast. You can find comedian Declan Brooks on Instagram at Declan Loves Meatballs. See you next time.